You can go to Avon, Brownsburg. You can go to Fishers and or Carmel, and you will find some terrorists. Some folk that's got anger issues that will go off and throw some things and try to throw some people. And have the nerve to say, it ain't even my fault. You be looking crazy, you on your way to wishing, and they still saying it ain't their fault. If only she hadn't said this. If only he hadn't said that. I ain't got no problem. This person in 10 hours of surgery, and you talking about you ain't got no problem. Touch your neighbor, say, neighbor, you know that's crazy. So when you get somebody that's immature and they're thinking that's really a child, that kind of stuff goes on. Third thing is they just be irresponsible for real. For real, they be irresponsible, be off the charts. Be off the charts in their actions and their thinking. They can't keep jobs. It's just a trip. They just act crazy. They just won't step to the plate. They still blame somebody else for why they're doing it. Now, Paul Harvey, in his book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, one of the groups he points out in this area is what he calls mama's boys. Mama's boys. He said, man, the mama's boys be like this because in his mind, they're immature because they stay with their mother. Here they are, they be 40, 50 years old, still with mama. Ain't left the house yet, still with 40, 50 years old. Matter of fact, man, the mama's boy be at home with his wife and his kids, and mama called talking about at 11 o'clock at night talking about, I need you to come over and cook some chocolate chip cookies. He get up out of his warm bed, leave his wife in a negligee to go cook mama, who got diabetes, some chocolate chip cookies. Now you know that's crazy. He gonna leave his wife in the next and go cook mama some cookies. Now I ain't saying you tell mama where to go, but you explain to mama. You say, mama, I'll be by tomorrow, another day. Y'all catch that a little bit later. I'll be by. I'll put you on the agenda. You don't need the cookies, no how mama. You know your sugar gonna be up. I ain't coming. Matter of fact, don't call me no more with that. Because you got to understand, the Bible teaches us that you're supposed to lead, cleave, and weed. When you in a when you're married to someone, that behind God is that person. Behind God is them, not your mama. Hello, somebody. You got to be mature enough, because remember, this is about for grown folk. That's why when you're 14, 15, you can't be in there. What you need to do is understand now, if I'm in a relationship, I'm saying, no, that's just number one. Number two, right behind God is this person. Boom, the number one human is them. Bam. That's where it's supposed to be at. So you can embrace that. But you won't do that if you're still stuck on, well, you know. Now, Steve Harvey suggests the reason that mama's boys exist and get away doing that is because the woman doesn't have standards. That's what he suggests. He suggests the reason the mama's boy follows what mama says because mama got standards and mama's established standards. So he knows, okay, when she called, let me come running. And so that's what he does. And then the woman, he suggests, doesn't have standards. Now, I'm not sure I totally agree with that because I know some women got some standards, but they still got mama's boys. And I'm going to suggest sometimes the men don't have the standards they need to have to say, hey, mama, I can't do that. And it's the son's job to say, mama, you got to chill. You got to get out of my relationship. I got my own family. And so now I can't just drop on a dime and come cook you some chocolate chip cookies. I can't do that. I ain't doing that. You got to be respectful. That's part of, training someone. When you get married, understand they come to your wedding, but they really don't understand that they're going to treat you the same way. So you have to retrain people. So you got to retrain them. And that's part of being a mature man. You got to retrain them to get them there. Because this is a process. This is a process. And so even Paul acknowledges it as a process because when I became a man, he said, man, he wasn't born a man. Men are not born. They're developed. Just like women, you're not born a woman, you are developed. I got to get to that. I won't get to it today, but it's the process, and you got to be willing to go through the process. And brothers, we have to be willing to go through the process. To say, I need to become a man. I can't be hanging around. You don't get there because you turned 18. Hello, somebody. This thing ain't based on age. Your mindset's still 14. You think because you 18, I'm a man. No. You ain't no man. You ain't got your act together. You still a boy. What you want is the opportunity to become a man. And how you do that, I got to get in God. And I got to say, I got to put away some childish things. I got to put away temper tantrums. I got to put away that I'm the center of the universe. Yeah, I got to put away it being irresponsible. I got to be responsible, because guess what? One day when you're a man, you got to take care of some stuff. You can't be looking, so mama, will you just handle it? Mama, will you just pay this water bill? Mama, will you pay my cell phone bill? Mama, will you pay IPL so they quit sending me this disconnect? No, mama, will you pay my cable bill? Mama, you can't keep doing that. So I'm a man. Hello, somebody. Amen. You don't even pay $30 on a cell phone bill. And you come on, I'm a man. Are you serious? Go somewhere and set yourself down. Find you a mentor, somebody. See, we need some men to raise up and be fathers. Y'all ain't hearing me. And be mentors to these young men so we can change our community. We can't get there, because we got some queens looking for a king. They ain't looking for a kid, they looking for a king. Can I get an amen on that, ladies? I'm looking for, how many of y'all looking for a king? Y'all ain't looking for a kid. Amen. See, there's a big, catch this now. There's a big difference between your assignment is to heal a kid or help a king. I think I said something. Did you hear what I said? There's a difference between my assignment is to heal a kid, okay? Or my assignment is to help a king. Two different roles, totally. Understand what you're getting into. Ladies, if you go through the list and say, let me check this out, and things don't add up, and you say, I'm really not called to heal this 40-year-old kid. You know, that ain't your calling. Here's what you do. You get you a card, you get you a t-shirt. When that man holler at you, the card needs to say, little boys need not apply. Because you understand, you ain't called to heal. I ain't called to heal. You see him, you know he's trifling another mama's boy. You're like, Lord, I done been down this road. You just hand him the card. Say, dude, when he wants your number, hand him the card. Little boys need not apply. Holla. That's all you got to do. Or put it on the back of your t-shirt. When he hollers, you just turn and say, read this. As you walk away, just read what's on the back of my t-shirt. So he'll get it. Because you know you ain't assigned it. If you know in your spirit, man, what I'm here to do is to help a king. I ain't here to try to heal some mama's kid. Because that's a different role. That's a whole lot of work in that. And if you ain't called to do it, you'll get frustrated. You'll get mad. And you'll cuss a few times. You'll say some stuff. All of it won't be in the name of Jesus, see? Now, check this out, because I got to address this. Because one of the things that, raises the question is, why would a woman, Sister Kathy, won't even find herself attracted to this mama's boy? What is it about the mama's boy that attracts the woman in the first place? Because let's be real, there are a lot of women that fall in love with mama's boys. You wake up one day and say, damn, I don't know how I'm going to get rid of this mama. And because you know murder is illegal, you could go to jail. You got thoughts, but you're thinking, man, that just won't work. And so you're like, but how did I get here? How did I fall in love with them, Sister April? How did I fall in love with this mama's boy? And let me tell you something. This is one of the main reasons. I don't have time to get to all of them. One of the main reasons is a lot of times as women, you've watched what was before you is your mama handled so much stuff. And he didn't handle anything. So then you get kind of attracted because he allows you to handle all this stuff. And then you wake up one day and you get tired of handling it all. Hello, somebody. It's kind of like, you remember, I mentioned the other week, with the spontaneity and all that. When you first dating, you just, I don't know when he gonna show up, if he gonna show up, man. We moving all the time from one apartment to the other to another townhouse because he done lost his job. And at first, it's kind of cool. But after you done that a few years, you wake up one day and say, this thing got on my nerves. Matter of fact, you want him to be stable. You can count on. You know when he coming in. You know when he leaving. You know he got a job. You know his money coming in on time. You need to know that all that being, well, I don't know what's going to happen. That ain't funny. It used to be funny when you was 18, 19, 20, 21. It was funny then. Oh, it's so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he's going to do today. We have so much fun. Wake up 5 years later, this ain't no fun no more. Ready to go off on somebody, but he's still doing this thing over here that you got intrigued with. But now you wake up one day and say, hold it now, what the heck happened? That's what happens in this area. You were like, man, I started down this path, and then I woke up one day, and bam, I don't like this anymore. I need him to be stable. I want him to handle it. Matter of fact, sometimes you get with him, and he wakes up and says, now I'm trying to handle my business. And you won't let him handle it. And now he's frustrated. Because in his mind, he think, I'm supposed to be the man, I'm supposed to be handling this. But you so used to handling it because what you saw before you handle it, that there's friction. As he's matured, as he woke up and said, well, I started out letting you handle it, but he not matured, and as he's growing, he's like, no, I don't need to handle that. And you're like, what you think you gonna handle? I'm handling this. I'm the man of the house. You ain't no man. Then we going at it. Because you're so used to handling it. That happens as well. Then we got friction. We got drama. We might have to call IAPD to settle some stuff. Might have to go downtown. Might have to go to the basement, get a restraining order. Some of y'all laughed and y'all been to the basement. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. And so that stuff is real. They caught that. And so this is real. Now I want to say this. I want to say that because I'm trying to give you some nuggets that will help you. Now, ladies, oftentimes you think, especially when it comes to the maturity thing, you think, well, we women got all that, and the men, if they would just catch up, because we got this maturity thing. Let me throw a surprise at you. Really, both sides got to grow. Pastor, what do you mean? I think we ladies are there. Let me tell you something about men. Most of you, think about this. Your man does not cry in front of you. Now, why is that? Don't say because he ain't got tear ducts, because he does. Matter of fact, maybe you've seen him cry every now and then. What's up with that? Because in his mind, he feels like you can't handle him. You can't handle his conversation. You could not handle his tears. Oh, I can handle it, Pastor. I'm a great counselor. I watch Oprah Winfrey. I watch Dr. Phil. I got it now. No. Here's what I'm saying to you. There are women, of course none of you. There are women that when the man has cried in front of them over some things that he's been going through, that when the next argument comes up, when you get mad at him, you're going to come up and say, man, you ain't nothing but a punk anyhow. You ain't nothing but a sissy. I remember 3 months ago, that Thursday night at 9:30, you were just bawling like a baby. I had to go get some tissue. You just a sissy anyhow. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, that hurts sometimes. And he's up there thinking, I can't be real with you. Because if I'm real with you, you're going to use it against me. So in his mind, he said, you ain't mature enough to handle me. So what I want to suggest to us is that both sides need to grow. Before you think you've arrived, you better say, now, how would I handle that? Because if I'm going to use it against him, that's why he ain't open with you. That's why he doesn't always communicate with you. That's why sometimes he only lets you come so close, because he knows you can't handle the conversation because you're going to be tripping down the road. Because he got enough sense to know there's going to be a storm down the road. Are y'all hearing me in here? And so we got to come to grips and say, hey, we don't need it to function that way. Ladies, we got to say, I got to mature up. I got to grow some too, because maybe I ain't got it together as I think I do. Hello, somebody. Now, y'all just sit up here. I'm helping.